Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Okay. Ooh-wee. Woosa woosa. Okay. How is everybody today? Hey, Stevie. Hey, Savage. Hey, anybody else? And all you hate watching little fuckers. So, I had a great therapy day, and I would like to share that aside from what the hell's been going on. Jules was served by me. So I'm going to let you guys know. And the reason why, and I went in for an ex parte, but they did not grant that because she's in another state. And none of that would have happened had Jules not fucking talked about saying that I do drugs, showed my home, and everything else. And the other person that went live yesterday. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys would like to hear more about it. Because this is my channel from now on. These are my boundaries. Yeah. And have I bullied? Yes, I have. Have I said things to Clint that I probably shouldn't have said? Yeah, I have. But after yesterday and me having that little meltdown, I shouldn't have done that. And I pissed Heidi off and I talked to her. There's another person, I don't know if I can mention them, but they had lost a father. And I do think, looking at it, that I have kind of used my mom to like excuse behavior that I shouldn't have used my mom for that. And what I've realized is I don't need to talk about my mom all the time, because I have to look at it like this. Would my mother want me to be weighed back by things in the past or things that's happened with Clint? Would she want me to be weighed back? Would anybody's family member want them to be weighed back? No, they wouldn't. And in order to move on and deal with the anger, deal with things that have happened with Clint, and to deal with myself, that's what you have to do. So, is my Wi-Fi okay, guys? Let me know. Let me know. So if you see me do woo sides, because I get a little nervous because I have people dissecting everything. Plus I got some really cool nail polish if you guys want to see. Isn't that beautiful? Is my Wi-Fi out? Yes or no? That I do need to know, and I need to get some mods in here. Is my Wi-Fi okay? Or it could be iced out, either way. Even though... Let me see here. I need to go over and look at the Karen Reed trial thing too. Tantrum Tuesday. Love you so much. But yeah, I'll just go on with the... There you are. Deadly's crab medication. Well, welcome. And speaking of you, Deadly, I'm going to ask you something, sir, because you got this little beating thing started. There is nobody beating anybody in this home. That shit is being said because of Clint being all up in his feelings about a badminton racket. I do not do that to him. Lauren, you can stay in here. But Jules, I served you because you don't leave me alone. I'm so tired of everybody saying they have a soft spot for her and it's up to a judge, Jules. We have a court hearing and it's a civil hearing. And I don't like you, Jules. And the judge asked me, have you responded to her? Yes, I have. And I said that I did. Okay, Stevie. So, Jules, if you would like to leave me alone, then I have no problems doing that with you. But I'm going to tell you this, Jules. You are not a victim. You go to other people and you ask them to do your dirty work. You get them to say horrible fucking things like Bambi. When you made comments about her husband being on a water tower, you know what you're doing, Jules. So if there's a video out there that me calling Clint a motherfucker, that's what it's about. So to the other person, I'm very sorry, genuinely. If I said anything, that was me. And you know who you are. I don't like you very much either. But I don't deserve that either. So, Jules, yes, I did. I went to the courthouse last week and I filled out an order and I went in front of a judge that day and I spoke to her about Jules. I also told her, hey, Doc Mama. I made it very evidently clear about the people and other channels and what they have been doing and mass calls that had happened from a year ago. I also explained to them you showed my home, Jules. And just because you're out in another state doesn't mean that you're not working with another content creator to go real life, Jules. And if you don't want people to come to your home and wallpaper things, then maybe you shouldn't make a comment about Bambi's mental health and about her husband and the way that he passed. Because you know what, Jules? Your ex hurt women, and that is who you are. And I don't want to be known as the person. It's okay, Cheryl. It's okay. Karma's just looking out for me. I know how these protection orders work, Jules. I've asked you multiple times. You refuse to take anything down from your channel. So I know what you're going to do. You're going to go in and go, oh, Jenny said this and that, and this is my income, and blah, 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 blah. Whatever. At the end of the day, it is up to the judge on what they decide to do. And you know what I said? If I have to quit talking about this person, then so be it. I'm so tired of you, Jules. I really am. It's okay, Karma. So yes, and I believe that she was served last week or something like that. And that's why I believe I'm getting all this shit right now, having stuff held over my head because of stupid shit that Clint says. It's not true. And I'm not putting Clint down, but it's not okay for him to say that. And it's not okay for people to be recorded at their worst time. So if you hear me saying that Clint's a motherfucker or me smashing it, on a table, believe what you want. Believe what you want. Because God knows I'm not the only person that's been in my feelings and said stuff. I don't want to have to drop whatever, but. So her job is to harass you. I think her job is to harass everybody. And I think that her actions alone show that. Her whole channel's about that. I definitely do not do crack. I think that you're trying to make it out that I'm doing drugs to kind of fuck up with the hard work that I've been doing for 2 years because, Jules, I looked at my clerk reports, so you are watching everything I am. And by the way, Coach, you can stay in here. I am done. I'm so done with liking people. No, it did not. No, because you know what, Doc Martin? I had a great therapy session today. And I do need to let my mom go. I definitely don't think that my mom would want me to live like this. I think my mom would want me to be happy. I don't think that my mother, because it's holding me back. And what has happened is it's made me get really angry. But what I've also realized is there's nothing that we can do to stop what is going on. And I can't. I can't. Yeah, it is pathetic. And what's sad is people that don't like me now. 5 months ago, you were telling me how great I was doing. And people that I thought were my friends talking to Clint in the background and whatever. I don't know why Clint does the stuff that he does, but Clint's getting help for that. And no, I don't. I think a lot of what gets said about Clint and I think a lot of it is just to hurt me and to see me break down. And that's what I did yesterday. So I kind of gave everybody what they wanted. And that's it. But there are just people that are not going to like me, and that's how it is. But Jules, I do have the right to be protected from the fact that you've shown my home. Hey, Sarah. What you've done to Bambi, how you get men to come into your panel and say horrible things. Why? Because at the end of the day, you get to wipe your hands clean and say, hey, I didn't have anything to do with it. It is wrong. I'm not the only person that gets mad at Clint and says, you motherfucker and whatever, but that is what I'm working on. And if people love me at my worst, then you can love me at my best. But I'm not going to be judged. I'm just so tired of it. Nobody should be talking to Clint. Even if Clint reached out because of whatever, even if Clint said that I did something with a badminton racket, but I don't even know what one is. Nobody should be doing that because you know what? Then it leaves for all of you guys to judge. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't. And you know what? Maybe they won't grant it. Maybe they won't. But I'm going to try. Because not only do you do it, you have people in your room saying god awful things, threatening me. You're friends with content creators that are doing your work while you're sitting back on your butt, putting a B filter up, mark safe. Who does that? Who does that? You women are the reason that we've got the vegetable garden. You women are the reason that people are fucking scared to come online. FOIA is getting pulled. And I feel bad for some of you creators that I was friends with. that you guys have gotten sucked into this. I know how it feels. For 5 years, this was my life. Clint was my life. Everything was my life. And I was so stupid to share my life with people like that. Do you and Clint even play badminton? Why would you have a badminton? Because Clint talked to somebody and said that I did something to him with a badminton racket. I most certainly did not, because I don't know what a badminton racket is. For some reason, and that's something Clint's got to work out. If Clint doesn't want to be with me, by no means did Clint have to come pick me up from jail. Putting that post up right after the community bully went live attacking you shows. Yep. You shouldn't hold things over people's heads to drive them crazy and say, oh, if you piss this person off, who cares? Because maybe I may have some videos by other creators who may have sent me stuff. Just let it fucking be. You do you. It is what it is. I'm still going to do me at the end of the day. But one thing is, Jules had all of this planned out. And what she's trying to do, like with George and stuff, they're trying to get like any little thing, like anything that George said in his feelings or something like that. Like none of y'all do anything like that, right? None of y'all get handsy. None of y'all say horrible, rotten things that I've heard on a live. None of y'all do that. But let's focus on what George did. George has every right to protect himself because you guys went after his mother. And if you guys lie, what it's called is called targeted bullying is what it is. It's targeted harassment is what it is. Just throwing a little something out about Marley. What? So animal control can be called. So their resources get fucking wasted because of a Jules. Why? But I was good enough to be your guys' friends 2 years ago, but you want to hold shit against me. It don't work like that. It doesn't. And Jules is never going to get help. And I would say this, at a hearing or whatever. You refuse to get help, Jules, and that's on you. You're a 55-year-old woman who feels comfortable enough. And I'll give you this. You feel comfortable enough to be a bee. Awesome. But bees are pests. And Jules, you're a pest. And you're dangerous, in my opinion. More so, I would think to yourself, this can't be good on your freaking mental health, Jules. But for years, you have made a pretty nice paycheck. And I think what happened was, and I liked being in there, Jules. I'm going to keep it 100 because I'm sure you're listening. Oh, I'm positive you are. Thank you. I will say thank you because when I got out, because I was told to be iced out, which you're friends with that person, I'll never get it. But I did like being in the hive. I'm not going to lie, guys. I liked being in there. I felt very belonged. I felt like I belonged. And Jules, I will thank you for that. But when I decide that I don't want Habanero or Jeff to be my friend, that doesn't open up the gates for you to attack me. I don't know what has happened to you, Jules, in your life where you feel like the need to get the validation and stuff like that, but you don't need to attack other people. And if I have hurt you over anything, Jules, I am very, very sorry. But you say, I want to go back to content. I want to do this and that, but yet you don't do it. You don't, Jules. And what you have done to me, as opposed to what I have done with you, I've reacted for sure. But I never showed your apartment. I don't talk about your family. I have no reason to. I wouldn't do that. You treated people like crap, Jules, that supported you. Cheryl. Jane. This is crazy. You all do the same shit to one for sure. You're very right, Bogey. Honestly, you're so right. If you wanted her to stop, quit with the blown up truths and lies that you go on and on about. Who is harassing who? I would think, honestly, I agree with what you first said. And thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. I don't do the same things to Jules, to be honest with you. Look at the amount of videos that she does on me and look at the videos that I do. I don't say that Jules is on crack. Go ahead and go live. She got to pay those bills. Hey, Foodie. I'm so tired of her. And like today, it's like ripping off the Band-Aid. It looks like Maria took the post down about Chloe. I called her out for being so cruel. Well, Maria, thank you. I mean, it's screenshot, but thank you, Maria. I appreciate it. But it was cruel. But, you know, I probably did something to hurt Maria too. But Maria, you need, you know. Just like with Jules, maybe with Maria, maybe just somebody's hurt her and she's just, maybe this is a validation place for her. But Maria, I want the best for you. I truly do. You know, back in the day when you knitted and stuff like that. And you guys, one thing I will say is y'all, and Maria, I will say this because it was wrong. But for real, Maria, the one job that she did have, you guys, she worked her ass off there. I have a record and stuff that I did in the past. And I know how hard it is to get a job. And I'm going to be fair to Maria. Even though Maria hates me and it's probably going to be whatever. Maria did not just lose that job. Maria's job was contacted. Thank you, Kish. I appreciate it. I know this. And she was very, very well liked at that job. And people liked her. I know this for a fact. And I'm going to keep it 100. So nobody should have called her job at that time. Now, I don't excuse anything now. But at that time, I will be 100% that Maria was an asset to that company. And them calling, and I'm not going to go into anything else, but that was not right to her. And other than that, nothing other than that, Maria's okay. But the job thing, what you guys said, that wasn't okay to her. She was busting her ass at that job. I will be fair and say that's the truth. Other than that, yeah. Oh, I'm not saying afterwards. I'm talking about the job she had when I first met her. That's the truth. Now, how she is now, that's not good. Thank you. Jen Ann said she was fired not because of a call, but oh, well, okay. But she still was okay. But I will say this. She was working and she was a good worker. That I do know, you guys. That I know. We talked a lot. Okay. I wasn't aware of the boss telling her not to come back. Okay. That I did not know, but I'll give credit where credit's due. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, she was served. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it up to what the judge decides to do. So I just wanted to let you know that because maybe that's why I've been getting 9 pounds of shit. So let's talk about the good things today in therapy. I filled out, thank you, Deadly's crab medication, by the way. I don't know how the gifting and stuff works. I think it just, oh, yes, I did. I did serve you. Yeah, it got mailed out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did, Jules. I have the paper right there, honey. I took a screenshot of it. I spoke to people when I was there. Well, that's according to you, Jules. Well, whatever. Thank you, Heidi. And Heidi, thank you. Heidi was mad at me and we talked and she said, don't let people let you cry. And you know what? Honestly, I have been a crybaby. I should not be like that. So, right? But we'll just see how it works out. So, what else is going on today? Thank you. So basically, I need to more get out, not be so consumed about everything that's going on. I need to realize that I'm not the only person in the world that has problems. Everybody has the right to feel safe and be free. And yeah, that's that. I'm a good person. I got very lost. I made some very horrible decisions, and I'm sorry. That's it. Basically, I told him I was pissed off about my mom. I told him the way that I react when I get pissed off. He basically said, it's just working on it. He said that anger is a very natural thing. It's just the way that I react. Maybe shouldn't call people motherfuckers or whatever, or smack a table. And I'm going to work on that. And I've never taken therapy serious in my life. Never. But I'm very lucky to have who I had when I got out, and to have the therapist that I have now. And honestly, I don't know why I reacted. I'm going to work on that. I talk a lot about my loved ones and how I fucked up, and that I have to realize that the pain that I've caused them, and the embarrassment, and putting a man before them, that they're going to need a long time. And a lot of freaking things seeing how Clint and I are. Things that happened when I was really sick. But you know what? I should not have acted like that. Let Tina be upset. Like my mom said, let them have their fun. Only they know what's in their heart. Only God does. What else did my therapist say? That I need to get out and do more things for sure. And I know that. It's hard when you're a content creator, because I'm the type of person that works better. Like when I did the show with Amber, I wouldn't change that. If Amber ever wanted to do a show with me, I would so do a show with Amber, because there's certain stuff that Amber can do that I just cannot. Oh my God. And that's okay. That's so freaking okay. But I do like doing this. I just would like people, I know it's, I'm the one that, hey, Kimmy. But therapy was good. And I have busted my ass financially to get where I am now. And yeah, I am there's a lot of stuff that I need to and I love Clint, but Clint and I have to work as a team. I don't want to badmouth him. I don't. But you guys don't think for him. And honestly, nobody should be messaging him, even if he messages you and he says something. And when I said to whoever he was messaging, I did not do that. I don't like to, I think that, at the end of the day, maybe I should, instead of saying motherfucker, I could just say, hey, mother to the effer, or something like that. And I'm just love him. Like I said, you know what I call him? Well, I don't want to say, because I might get judged, but I love him a lot, and we're working. It is. I was very disrespectful to his ex-wife. I should not have talked about her. I should not have been jealous. I should not have any of that. And I feel bad. But yeah, you guys do take advantage of Clint because you guys know what he was diagnosed with. I went to the court hearing. I'm sure you guys looked. That was the probation thing. You guys know. And you treat him like what I called him when I was very angry at him. You guys know. And he's coming to terms with that. And I feel very bad because you know what? A lot of you guys watched him on the show. And you guys target him for things that he did. And you mock him and stuff like that. Clint doesn't want to be a part of any of this. Clint likes doing the couples thing and stuff like that. But Clint doesn't want to be on the computer. And that's not because of whatever. Clint's just always been an introvert. Hey, Cindy. And believe you me, Clint ain't with me because of whatever. Clint loves me, and we had a bad breakup, and Clint should have left me because I was acting like a fucking idiot. But he's a good guy. He is. So, and if anybody can't see that we love each other very much, at times I do believe that we're toxic. And we, you know, and he knows that I'm working on a lot of stuff, and he knows that I love him very much, but it's very important for me to get out and do things, because just because he's an introvert doesn't mean that I have to stay home all the time. I want to be out around people. I need to be out around people because you get wrapped up in this. If you woke up to a perfect day, what would it look like? Not much different than today, to be honest with you. I woke up today. Hey, Joanna. Hope you're feeling well, for sure. Woke up today with Mia by my side and Marley at the end of the bed. I always like that. Took Mia for a walk. Marley went potty in the bag because she doesn't like the leash. Had a lot of water. Did some exercises. Thanks, bitch, for sure. I hope you had a great day, too. What else did I do? Therapy, honestly. Put some stuff in the dryer. Basically, the wifey stuff. Which we are getting married, honestly, guys. It just costs $50 to get married, and Clint and I haven't had a chance to get up there. I mean, we are getting married. Duh. I mean, we should get married. We've been together for 5 years. I mean, I know where his freckle is on his ass cheek, so I would say we probably need to go ahead and get married. And we will. Just haven't got a day. Oh, it's not. Oh, I meant to put Tuesday. It says Thunder Thursday. Well, whatever. It'll be Thursday. You know. I could ask him if you guys want me to. Hey, Clint. What? When do you want to get hitched? What's that? When do you want to get hitched? What? When do you want to get hitched? When we're going to have the $50, buddy? This week? Okay, so Clint and I are getting married this week. So, and you don't got to buy us anything, maybe some memberships or something if you guys want to come up off it. You don't have to, but I'm just saying. So probably this week we'll get married. And if we don't, maybe when we're down there again, we'll get married. Yeah. I don't want a wedding. You know why I don't want a wedding? Why on earth? Now, back in the day, I would have wanted a wedding. I don't want a wedding now because, number one, I got to pay a phone bill at the beginning of the month. And number two, I already feel like I have been married and I love him. And he loves me, and we're a work in progress, and we're no different than other people. Except, like I said, it's Clint's world, and we just get to live in it. And, you know, this is another thing. I do bring up the past a lot, and a lot of people say that. And I'm going to do that, too. Clint doesn't need to hear things that had happened. I do bring that shit up a lot. I think I even told Napa that, too, and Napa said to work on it. Thank you. You know what I told Clint, honestly? I said that when we get married, if he would buy me a steak, that would be great. I don't know if I can have the steak though, but I'm fine with, Hey, Clint, what did I say today to get me? A salad. I said, get me a salad from Chick-fil-A. I'm fine with that too. But honestly, I don't want to say that it's like any other day, but it kind of is. Thanks, bitch, for sure. Yeah. I've been asking Clint to be Clint Bailey, but he said no. So thank you. I appreciate it. Reunited with a couple friends from school. A lot of my friends are glad to see me back. Glad to see me back. So that's been cool. So yeah. At the end of the day, like my therapist said, that he is proud of me, that he feels like I've made a breakthrough. And that's how I feel. And I think for years, I'm going to have to stay in therapy. And that's okay. That's okay. So I'm always going to pray. Maybe I don't talk about the most god awful, whatever. I think it's okay to pray. Honestly, the reason that I quit doing the crafts is because, and it's the truth, I allowed it to happen, but y'all kind of broke my spirit about it. And I'm working on that. Oh, I'm going back to crafts for sure. So I don't think, is there anything else I need to cover? I don't think so. Yeah. Have you guys seen Revenge of the Nerds? Have you seen Revenge of the Nerds? Doesn't it kind of seem like now that okay, so what happens at the end of Revenge of the Nerds? They marry all the hot chicks with the great tits. But it's always the underdogs that win at the end of the day. And like I said, this isn't my channel. It's everybody's freaking channel because I don't like everything. Well, who doesn't like everything to be about them? But I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm capable of. And to the people that know me and my heart and have the same DNA, they're pissed and rightfully fucking so. And I know it could take years. But at the end of the day, they know me. And I definitely regress. I actually do want to do a parody. I'm going to stick with the parodies, and I'm definitely doing a parody this week. I've been going down to my IG and stuff like that. I'm in a lot better spirits today. I wasn't, and I just want to be there for everybody else too. I don't want everybody to be there for me, and I want everybody to be there for each other is what I want. Yeah, I was not feeling that hot, but it's okay. So we're going to get back to the crafts. I do have a adult coloring book that's coming in. So shout out to MTT. We now know the truth. Amzi took back Penelope's strike so the bee could get a copy of the chat. Okay, Karma, I got it. So what? I didn't say anything bad. And you guys get on Karma a lot. Everything that Karma's told me, I go look. I think, and she's not trying to be whatever kind of way. It's because she's overprotective of me. So I don't know who Karma is, the cat is, but I know who that person. I just really, really care about them, and they're good people. Yes, we have this. I think honestly that this is going to be. Let me go get this real quick. I'm going to show you guys the craft that we're going to do this week, and I'm going to show you all the adult coloring books. And when I say adult coloring books, oh, you should see the ones that are coming in. Oh, God. Be right back. Hey, Clint, when is that one coloring book supposed to come in? Okay. Oh, I did want to touch on one thing with I did want to touch on one thing about Penelope's life. Was she a bit abrasive about what she said? Absolutely, she was. Those are her feelings. Did I say it? I did not say it. Oh, I love Sharpies. I know, I really do. And I also like colored pencils and all that too. But Penelope also opened herself up and was very vulnerable that night. And there's a reason why she does what she does. And she's not the only person that is the way, you know. But I found out something about her that I had never known in my whole fucking life. And I feel horrible. So lay off of her a little bit, guys. She goes through stuff too, just like everybody else. And thank God Zeus is there for her. They're peas and carrots, those two. So let's see here. We're not going to do the Easter one anymore. I'm tired of that. But I do have this. It's a botanical bliss. So okay, this is a desktop. How would I be able to show you guys why I'm coloring this? Because a lot of people also said that you guys like watching me when I'm chopping vegetables and we're doing the coloring and stuff like that together. I also, these coloring pencils that I have, another camera. I think I have one. These right here are colored pencils. They're twistable. See? So these work really good. So whoever said, and these, I don't have 100, but I have 18. And I also have my regular markers. I have my Sharpies. Got these. So we are good to go. How do I, okay, where do I get that though? You could even use another phone. Just need to add you and the other camera to the studio. Oh. I did not know that. The more you know. You ordered your Sharpies from Amazon? Me too. I love Amazon. Yep. She will. Rumple, I'll tell you what, Rumple Foreskin. I have known you for, what, 3 years? 3 going on 4? Rumple has always been the shit. Whenever anything's going on, Rumple Foreskin will pop in and let you know what's going on. Okay, let's put a note of this. Go over to TikTok shop. They have phone stands that bend for content purposes. What about this? But I think I'm going to have to get something a little better, though. And here's another thing. If you guys ever get anything from Amazon, there are places that you can take things back to and get the money back for that. Let me put TikTok shop. They have a shop from TikTok? Hey, Kimmy. Someone hacked my bank account, 350. Are you serious? Hold on. Let me ask Clint. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but here's the thing, Stevie. It only does, like, it's only sideways like this. It doesn't lift up enough to even hold the phone. I'll have Clint get something. Hey, Clint. Yeah. When you have a second, I need to ask you something. It's not anything, whatever. They're giving me really good ideas because the overhead cam. Joanne, I'm sorry. God. Did you tell them, is it taken care of now? Hell yeah, I'd be pissed too, girl. $350 freaking dollars? TikTok shop. Okay, what they're telling me is, Clint, is I need to figure out, like, when I'm coloring, like how to put the camera down where you can see, because with the laptop, I was able to flip it down and kind of move it back. Hey, Donna. How's your boy doing? Donna is an amazing mother. Wonderful son, who she can disclose what he does. And she loves him. And Donna's got great hair. And she comes up and talks with me. She's a great mom. And I'm glad you're getting out with friends. Is it the one friend, Donna, that was in here that I set you guys up to go have coffee? He's doing good. So you heard from him? Good. Tell him I say hi. Tell him you got a friend from the States that says, hey. Okay, so we got the phone thing. All right, so I'm going to share the screen. There are 3 different cases that we are going to look up. I need you guys, and we're going to cover it 1 day a week or 2 times a week or something. I was talking to Intergalactic, and she does stuff like that. So one of the cases that I'm going to show you right now, so you guys need to give me at 1, 2, or 3. And these are cold cases. And what we're going to do is the people that are covering all the trials and stuff like that, that's going to happen. What we are going to do is we're going to bring awareness to people who have missing loved ones. So many people disappear. And for a child, it takes less than 2 seconds. And if you don't find that child within 48 hours, chances are you may not find that child. I will do my best to get the resources and stuff like that. If somebody wants to come up here, you don't have to be behind an avatar. We may never find that child, but at least we're talking about it. At least we're doing something about it. And maybe just someday, maybe at the end of the day, we can help somebody. Let's go ahead and share the screen real quick. You get YouTube up. We're going to go back and we're going to start doing trivia. If Clint wants to cover it, that's fine. I'm going to keep doing trivia, but I think the things that we did with Clint were fun. The first case that we're going to be looking at is the Sabrina Eisenhower case. The parents were definitely looked at. She was taken from her crib. Okay, let's try this. All right. Let's get this up. We're going to do this. We're going to do this together. Okay, we got it. Got it. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm waiting for it to load up. Okay. Okay. Hold on, guys. All right. See here. 7. Okay. You should see the parents now. They moved too. Okay. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Screen share.
Republic of Georgia. Look at this, a ski lift malfunctioning and injuring 10 people. The lift careening in reverse down on a mountain, throwing riders to the ground. Some skiers said they had to jump so the lift wouldn't crush them.
Baby Sabrina Eisenberg. It's been 20 years, but now new developments are sparking new interest in the local mystery that captivated the country. ABC Action News anchor Paul LeGrone is following this for us tonight, Paul.
Jameson tonight, 2020 is doing an in-depth piece on the Eisenberg case, and it centers on 2 women, both claiming to be the 5-month-old infant who vanished from this Valrico home 20 years ago.
Do you guys remember this case? Okay, Kimmy.
How much do you think about her?
We think about her every day.
Tonight on 2020, Marlene and Steve Eisenberg open up to Deborah Roberts 20 years after their baby daughter disappeared from their Valrico home.
You feel confident that she's still alive?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Today, we talked to Roberts about her story, spotlighting the DNA testing that's now underway on 2 different women, which could determine if one of them is the now adult baby Eisenberg. Despite 20 years going by, this is anything but a cold case.
The story about the disappearance of Sabrina Eisenberg transfixed the nation. And what surprised us is that people are still just as captivated by this mystery.
It's a mystery that began on an early November.
So it's been 20 years. Like I said, the parents had moved. I know that they were looked at as a person of interest. This is completely just cold case. So we're definitely going to cover this. Well, actually, we got 3 different. We're going to all choose.
Morning in 1997, when Marlene went to check on her baby, she discovered Sabrina was gone. Investigators quickly turned their attention to the Eisenbergs and eventually charged them with lying to the FBI. The government built its case on wiretaps inside the home, but the audio recordings were so hard to understand the judge threw them out, and prosecutors dropped the charges. 20 years later, the home where the Eisenbergs lived has undergone a few changes on the outside, but the mystery about what happened on the inside still remains. The Eisenbergs have long moved on to Maryland, where they currently live, and now work as real estate agents, and they keep a room open for Sabrina.
Sabrina has a room in our home. We changed the room a few years ago from taking out all the Beanie Babies and toys because she's 20 years old now.
There is still hope on all sides that one day we're going to find an answer about what really happened to Sabrina Eisenberg.
They are holding on to hope because of new technology.
Again, we're going to do, if you guys would like to, in the chat, if there are 2 children that, if there is a case of a missing child that you guys would like to touch on, put the name in the chat.
That they may finally be vindicated and that people may discover that their daughter is alive and well.
Also tonight, 2020 will take you inside the new age progression technology that allows us to see what exactly Sabrina Eisenberg would look like today at 20 years old.
Okay. So that would be the first case possibly. Let me see here. That happened like 5 years ago. What is the case? It's up to you. Okay, so we've got Sabrina Eisenhower. What is another one? Ethan Hack. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh, thought you said the House of Horrors, which you probably did. All right. This would be number 2 if you guys are okay with covering this. Hold on. Oh, horrors. Okay. I thought you said horrors. I'm like, well, maybe I'll try out for it.
A Levi Page crime.
I'm not going to do that. Let's stream your studio. We're going to remove that. You're going to share the screen. That's what we're going to do. And okay. StreamYard Studio. Present. Now we got it. Share screen. Share screen. Here we go. Share. Here we go. Okay.
Blogger, internet radio host out of Nashville, Tennessee. You've been all over this. What about this crazy relate at night?
Well, we know that these two have been involved in drugs, drug dealing, drug use for a very, very long time. And we know that both of them have not been cooperative with law enforcement.
Oh, I'm Clint's little whore. Okay, so this is the Haley Cummings case. The girl to the right, her name is Misty Croswell. She ended up marrying the husband. What had happened is Haley, her little brother, and Misty were at they were in the father, Ronald, was at work. Misty was with the kids, and Haley was taken in the middle of the night. But there's more layers to this. So this is another case if you guys want to cover it. It's either 1, 2, or 3. Let's finish this out.
Ronald Cummings got an attorney in the very beginning of this case. We also know that Misty has told inconsistent stories. Everything that she's told has been a lie. And you mentioned their marriage. Right after they got married, Haley had only been missing about a month. And they went to New York City and the Today Show, and they also went on amusement park rides, all the while this child is missing. And now the police have said that she was dead. That means her body was rotting somewhere, dead. And these two were out there partying, and they claimed they love Haley, but they're acting.
And what ended up happening is these two got married, and they ended up getting arrested for drug trafficking. They ended up getting a divorce. Misty is still in jail. I believe that Ronald's been in and out of jail. The grandmother of Haley has a room still ready for her. I think the grandma may have since passed away.
Actions speak otherwise.
All right. Well, to your point, the night Haley vanished from her bed, it's still a mystery to investigators. But we've talked to them, and they assured us it is not a cold case. Let's look at some of the key facts we know. Misty, Haley's father.
Okay. So it's either those two or this is a case that happened. I mean, this isn't a missing persons, but I would like to touch on this because this could give some light to people who have daughters missing. There is a movie for this. I would suggest to watch it. Actually, maybe we should do this first. Okay, hold on. You guys probably have seen this because it may. Why am I talking so loud? So freaking loud. Okay. Remove. Share screen. Getting there, guys. I'm getting there. Okay. They ended up destroying this home, by the way. All right. Okay. Once again. Try this again. Present. Share screen. Got it. Here we go. This is what we're going to cover. This is it. This is it. Okay, we're back here. Oh, Jen. All right, here we go. We got it.
Her daughter were imprisoned, is boarded up. New details are emerging about their captor, Ariel Castro.
What do you have to say to those women?
He's blaming this all on the girls. He said it was if the girls didn't get in the car with him, none of this would have happened.
The Cleveland police report details conditions so awful, it's hard to comprehend they survived. Amanda's baby being born in a plastic pool in the basement without doctors or medication. Michelle.
Have you guys heard of this? This was a worldwide.
It's aggravated murder and potentially subject to the death penalty in Ohio.
Castro, who's behind bars in Ohio on suicide watch, described himself to police as cold-blooded and unable to control his impulses.
The horrific brutality and torture that the victims endured for a decade is beyond comprehension.
The FBI says Castro's DNA proves he fathered Amanda Berry's 6-year-old daughter. Now they're hoping there may be a connection to the dozens of women reported missing in the area over the past 6 years.
The FBI is running this nationwide, and we should know fairly shortly whether or not there's any matches to any other crimes that were committed nationwide.
Shout out. That's DeWitt. Shout out to DeWitt.
We found them. We found them.
That call came Monday night when Amanda Berry, seizing a rare chance to escape, made a run for it, ending a decade-long nightmare for the women and their families.
Can you picture what the hug's going to be?
She ever got.
See my sister safe made me happy.
The three women, once strangers and now, by all accounts, sisters, are faced with picking up their lives a decade later.
They're just trying to get her to move.
Okay. So we can do the Cleveland abduction. We can do the Craigslist killer. All these have movies with them. And this is no dig to anybody. I'm not sure if you guys saw the Amy Baker case. This is a woman that was on a cruise ship. And I'm not by any digs or anything, but this has to do with sex trafficking, which is also another thing that they thought had happened in Allie Holloway. These are women that are taken against their will, unless they recruit friends and stuff in. So are you guys out? Which one do you want to do? We have the Amy Baker, which will lead into the sex trafficking, and or Allie Holloway. Actually, you know what? That's what we're going to cover. That's my decision. We are going to cover the Amy Baker case. We are going to cover the Natalie Holloway case. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring awareness. And I have that right. You guys okay? And believe you me, this isn't a dig. Actually, if anything, I want to know things like this because there are so many people, millions of people who have younger, and it isn't just daughters, sons. I was incarcerated with somebody whose man was on the other side. This goes on in every state, every single state, that women get physically abused, given just enough drugs. Hey, Payne, thanks for the thing. Just enough drugs to perform and do any type of arts. I don't know how much a pimp gets back in money, But I know that it's not enough for these women to escape it or escape the physical abuse from her. Imagine being a parent. It's just the same as having a missing child. You never know where these women end up. It's not all decorative like Pretty Woman was. These are women that, and the ones that are out of the country, putting these women in like small little areas, not allowing them to do anything, taking the majority of their money to the point that they're full-blown addicts that probably don't get served food. This is the dirty part of the world. And yes, it happens anywhere. Hey, Muzzy. And these women get culted in a sense. They depend on a person, even take beatings and stuff like that in order to get frickin' just a little fix. I don't know how many times they have to go out and turn tricks every night. I don't know any of that. All I want to do is maybe help a family member that may have a lost person that is possibly on drugs, that is dealing with something like this. Cover the layers of it, cover the ones that happen out of the country where they definitely never get to see their family member again. Always the what if. Let's bring awareness to something like that, because just like a missing child or anybody missing, every parent has the right to know. The what ifs is what puts a person in the ground early. So Clint and I also were talking about if I could lock him down one day a week. One of the things that Clint, and that's another thing that I'm learning in this relationship as well, that maybe I don't agree with like all the sports stuff with Clint. And I'm going to be honest with you. There are times that Clint shows me something, I'm not paying that much attention to it. And I should do that. So we also, once a week, we're going to talk about sports and stuff like that. Clint really, really, really loves to talk about sports. And we have this person that comes in named Uber and other people that do like sports and stuff like that. Clint, do you, can I borrow you for 2 seconds, my love? But we were talking about covering a baseball player. His name was Pete Rose. And boy, did he have unlucky luck in gambling. Hey guys, you know what's really, really good? Do you know that laughter is the best thing for the soul? You know, when Penelope was struck, and I'm sure, you know, that person's so sorry about it. We went over to another stream and she said, hey, everybody, just start laughing. And that's what me and her and Lauren and Rochelle did. We just started laughing. You know what? One time I had lobster with me and my folks. We went to Daytona Beach. Hey, Julie. And you know what I did? Oh my God, it was so freaking nasty. But I tell you what, lobsters are so fascinating because they have these really big eyes. And what I did was I took a bread roll because I could not stand my foster sister at the time. She got on my last freaking nerve. Yep. And I took the antennas off the lobster and I took its little eyes and I put it in the dinner roll and I put antennas. I put it on that bitch's chair. When she got out, she was freaking pissed. It scared the shit out of her. And then guess what God did to pay me back? I was sick all freaking night. I know that somebody went live. Let them have all the fun they want. I give zero shits. Clinton, can you come here real quick, please? I want to give you a reach around. Wait, what is a reach around? What is a reach around? Is that when I like reach up there or do I reach around?
What is the what?
What is a reach around?
A reach around?
Yeah.
What are you talking
Can I give you a reach around?
Sure.
Do I go like this? Wait, hold on. Make sure you're over here. Do it. Is a reach around like this? Like you reach around me?
What do you?
Because I always heard it and I thought reach arounds were cool. Is it, do I touch your, is it perverted? Yes, I bet it's perverted. I bet it's perverted. Will you give me a reach around?
It's a passing style in basketball.
It's a passing style in basketball. Clint, can you look up the Urban Dictionary? We have a young lady in here. Her uncle, last name Dragon Fruit. He invented Urban Dictionary, and PP loves it. So, can you read what a reach around is, please? My Wi-Fi for my pussy. He's looking it up. Do you want me to read it, or you want to read it? You can read it. I'm doing my nails. The
process of, while penetrating a partner from behind, either anally or vaginally, reaching around and playing with his or her genitalia.
Why does it have to be?
Contrary to popular belief, not only a homosexual act.
Contrary, it's not just, you're not alone.
And when your partner gives you it from behind, you know.
Pretty much that. Clint, is there a sports person you want to cover? Or do you want to do trivia with me once a week?
Do trivia.
You want to do a reach around tonight?
Trivia.
Okay, Stevie, Clint said that we're going to do trivia. Okay, so basically, reach arounds can be interpreted as different things. You know, reach around with the basketball and stuff like that. Origin and perverted. Listen, I knew that a reach around was something that was sexual. What I did not know was the pooper part. Did not know that. Did not know that where you poop. I did not know that. And if PP's in here, she can verify. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know. There's not. Okay, let's see here. I need a, we're going to get out of here. We're going to reconvene. I got to go over because somebody's covering the Karen Reed trial and get caught up on that whole mess. Something to eat. I have chicken thighs. I definitely want rice tonight. Plus, I got to do my IG cooking. So what would you guys do with chicken thighs? Not everybody at once. Hold on, actually. Joanne, thank you, by the way. Okay, I thought it was the Wi-Fi from my pussy. It was not that. It was something else. That I did not know. That I promise you that I did not know. I really did not know that. Or did I? No, I really didn't know. Okay. CKD friendly recipe chicken thighs. We can talk about it later, Joanne. Okay. Oven baked chicken thighs. Chicken thighs with lemon and onion. Would you guys try chicken thighs with lemon and onion? Look what it looks like. Well, you can't see it. See, I don't want to have anything that's medium sodium. I don't want that. Pineapple glazed crock pot chicken thighs. Now, if I didn't want to use a crock pot, what would I use? Wait. Hearty chicken baked pasta. That is where it's at. Okay. This is how we're going to do. Okay. And this is for anybody that has the organ and tissue transplant donations, diseases and conditions, diet and nutrition. So this isn't just for somebody that's got kidney disease. Low calorie, low fat, low phosphorus, low potassium, low sodium, and nut free. Okay. So I need one low sodium. So if you guys want to catch me cooking this, it'll be on my IG because I have a lot of friends on IG that do not want to come over here, nor do I blame them. Okay. low sodium, cream of mushroom. Okay, if I didn't want to do a green pepper, what would you guys put in? 1/2 stick of butter. Unsalted. 1/2 a large onion, 1/2 an onion. Celery, which I do have celery. 2 celery stalks. 4 chicken thighs, which I have a package of that. 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper. 1 cup chopped or sliced tomato. Thank you, Dudley's crab medication. Speaking of you, Dudley, you are a very sick man. I don't know why you find it necessary, and you're very, very lucky, alleging that I do things with whatever. You need to quit that, sir. Sorry, I was going to address that. I forgot about that. 1 cup chopped. How are you doing, Dudley's crab medication? 1 cup of tomato. 1/2 cup shredded American or cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese, which is going to have to be plant-based. And 1 pound spaghetti. All right. Prep time, 30 minutes. Cook time, 30 minutes. Whatever, 1 hour. Okay, another thing that I could need you guys to do is if you guys like and make sure that you guys comment on the video, please, because that does help with the algorithm. Deadly's crab medication, are you male or female? Deadly's crab medication says same stuff, different day. If you still are dealing with crabs, probably different day, need to think about doing something with that. This is for a chicken. It's for a chicken pasta bowl. And by the way, Anne did this wonderful, beautiful, like scones and tea and everything like that. Please go over to Anne's channel, Anne's Crime and Tea. She was having a tea party or something that's, oh my God, it was so beautiful. Go take a look at it on her channel. I'm gender fluid. What does that mean? I don't want to know. Okay, dice onion. How have you been doing, Dreamcatcher? Onion, celery, remove bone. Okay, so you dice all of that. Remove chicken. Chicken. Kimmy. An Ewok. I can't, dude. I can't. Kimmy, I can't. Kimmy, you are life to me, girl. I just love you. I really do. I can't. Dude, I laugh at the dumbest shit. Boil spaghetti. Just be no, I don't think they were whatever. Just Mr. and Mrs. Crab is fine. The kid, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Kimmy. Kimmy didn't mean no harm. Content pop baking dish. Cheddar cheese. And bake for 10 to 20 minutes. If you guys have any recipes or something like that, you can follow me on Where's your little co-conspirators been? Where's Napa? Where's Kristen? Not that Laura Marie. Bring him back in here, PP. It's 30 minutes, Joanne. So hit me up on my IG, jen.bailey. Give me recipes. A lot of people have restricted diets and stuff like that, or they're looking to lose weight. Wait a minute. Was it about the crab medication, or is it about the food? Okay, it's about the crab medication. Let's just throw out some ideas on how to because this crab infestation has been going around these YouTube streets. So let's clean up the crabs. Let's clean up the crime, the insects, the pesky insects, and the crab infestation. So we're going to give Deadly's crab medication some options to remove those pesky little varmints. And this is a channel that helps. You only get pink eye if you fart on your hand and you put it on the pillow. Okay. To get rid of, and this is educational, guys, I'm not being a perv. To get rid of pubic lice, often referred to as crabs, use medicated creams or shampoos containing PERMA, available over the counter. Apply the medication according to the instructions and repeat the treatment in a week to kill any remaining lice and nits. It's also important to wash all clothes, bedding, towels. So, Deadly's crab medication. The first step is admitting that you have this. You have to admit that you have it. Now, if you cannot afford the medication, let's look at some old wives' tales. Old wives' tales to remove crabs. You got to get medicine for it. You have to. Hot baths and shaving will not eradicate the lice. Oh, it's like. By no means, just go to the store or go to the free clinic. They'll figure out something. Okay, so I have the thing for this. If you want to go on the IG and watch me cook this tonight, that'll be great. We are going to be covering sex trafficking. Again, not to anybody or whatever. We are going to cover that. We're going to cover the statistics. So please make sure when you guys come in tomorrow that you guys bring something. Let's start journaling. I was told to start journaling today. I'm going to journal. Get a notebook. You guys write down your feelings. And yeah, we'll be doing the stats for sex trafficking. Let's bring some awareness to some of these mothers, aunts, and whatever, and try to get some of these women home. And if we can't do that, let's make some awareness for it. Because if even if it's one person. Father God, thank you for our day. Thank you for everything in our day. Please forgive us for the sins that we have committed. Watch over all of us that are in here, anybody that's going through any sickness or anything like that. Father God, thank you, and wrap your protective arms around us. In our heavenly precious name we pray. Amen. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace and chicken grease. Miss Lively, you need to get your rear end back in here. Love y'all. Take care.